Do you know what happens to you as a trader when you keep staring at the chart always? Well, in this video, I'll be sharing 4 things that happens to me personally when I first started out in trading and I was always on my chart looking at the next thing that is going to happen. So before we get into the video, if you are just seeing me for the first time, my name is Daniel, and in this channel we talk everything about finance and forex. If you are just seeing us for the first time, you consider subscribing, turning on your notification bell so that when we post videos like this, you will be the first to get notified. So with that being said, let's go straight into the video. Welcome back. So the first point in our list today is overtrading. I mean, this overtrading of a thing has been something that has been, some traders have been struggling with, and I struggle with it too. And one of the things that made me, get into overtrading in the first place was always looking at the chart. Always. I mean, I'll tell you guys a little story. I mean, when I started trading when I was in year two, right, in the university. So when you're just starting up something, you get passionate about it. You want to learn everything. You go on YouTube, you search, you learn from different people. I mean, you get your you get you to the extent where you kind of overlearn everything. So I had a very terrible experience with overtrade. So because of all of those information I was gathering, every time I'll be going into the chart to look at what is going on, what is the next thing that is going on, and with every time I get in there, I must take a trade. And taking a trade, I will always lose because I didn't actually understand the market properly. So I was kind of reacting from, how will I even put it? Reacting from a place where I'm not fully convinced, but I just want to try. I mean, something like that. You want to try, but you don't actually know what the market is doing. You don't understand anything about the market at that point, but you want to try. So that was the place where I was. And I was actually over trading at this point. I'll get into the market, just there's nothing there for me to take. There's no setup there present, but I'll kind of formulate setup with what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm because I've seen some gurus do the same thing and actually win. I don't know that there's something they saw or there's something they actually saw that made them took that position. But me, on the other way, I just went into the chart, see the same thing, and I executing with so much boldness. I mean, I'm getting this thing right, but not knowing that I'm actually doing the opposite of what everybody is doing. So I fall a victim of this overtrading, and the very culprit behind that was watching or looking at the chart 247. So it is something that is, I mean, it doesn't have to be overstated. As a trader, we need to work on our screen time. It's very important. Yeah, so the next thing that happened to me was called, I mean, I'll put it in my own terms, analysis paralysis. I mean, it's just like somebody getting paralyzed. I mean, it must have been from, doing one thing over and over and over again. And then maybe your brain gets sick of that. And I mean, I'm just trying to define it my own way, but those of you that are doctors that have known what paralysis could actually mean to your patient. So one thing that happened to me was called analysis paralysis. And of course, as the name implies, I was I was almost fond of analyzing the market once, reanalyzing the market, reanalyzing, and reanalyzing. So at the end of the day, going through all of this, putting one particular setup into all of this series of analysis, I end up losing that trade. And to be very surprised, the first setup or the first thing I saw in the chart is always what is always correct. It's always correct. I mean, you've seen it. You've seen a setup. That's your setup. And now you reanalyze. you reanalyze and you reanalyze. For me, the first setup I always analyze always comes out correct. And looking at this thing, I was like, bro, what's going on here, man? I mean, I thought I was refining everything. I was doing it right. I was trying to refine, get a better entry, or maybe I've come back, I've seen something better. I mean, I could be wrong that first time, or I've come back, I've seen, okay, this market, the first one I analyzed wasn't correct, but why am I losing after I mean, when you do something repeatedly, right, you should get it right. But in trading, it's very, very different. Analysis paralysis get a grip of me because I was always reanalyzing the market, reanalyzing the market. There's no point doing that. There's no point. You Before you get into the chart and analyze the market that once, you were not stupid. I mean, you knew what you were doing. You actually, from whatever information you had, you knew that whatever I'm doing here, I'm getting it. So why are you reanalyzing again? Are you trying to doubt yourself, or why are you trying to reanalyze and reanalyze and reanalyze? So the if is it became something that affected me so much that I knew that this looking at the chart always, and of course that comes from looking at the chart because you're always there in the chart. So 247, you don't have anything doing. Before you know, you get on the chart. Before you know, you get on the chart. Like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you're on the chart. 4 minutes, and you sit there for like hours. There is no how you will revisit the trade you analyze and try to analyze it and try to analyzing it again, all over and all over again. And the worst part of this thing is the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth analysis you actually get from that particular analysis you had the first time will majority of the time be wrong. It might not be correct compared to the first one. So I had this experience several times, and it was a mess up for me. So that was one of the reasons, or that's one of the reasons I come up with this saying that, I mean, looking at the chart or being in the chart always is not something a trader should actually, have as an attitude. Or is something that we should get rid of actually. So the next thing that happens to me was, I mean, this stuff, this looking at the chart or staring at the chart always started destroying my patience. I mean, I started losing patience in the market. I have this stuff of wanting to always execute, wanting to always have a trade running. I mean, I started feeling like if I don't have a trade running, means I'm not a trader. I'm missing out something. I started feeling that I'm missing out in the market. I mean, that kind of behavior, that kind of feeling. You if you're a newbie here, of course you'll be able to relate to what I'm saying. You started feeling like, oh, it's like I'm missing out something. Staying few minutes away from the chart could be, maybe, do you know, maybe these few times I'm out of the chart, the setup just came out, could have taken and have some money. I started seeing the market like I started gambling in the market. You know, it destroys my patience. I couldn't actually sit down, reanalyze the market once, and be patient enough for that market to come to my point or to my POI for me to get an entry. I always want to be in the current market. I want to be part of the market at that particular point. I lack patience. It destroys my patience. I had this each time you get into the chart, you have this fulfillment. And okay, maybe right, I'm here, so I can't lose anything. And you stay there and keep losing money all the time. You stay there, and then it destroys your confidence as a trader, because as a trader, the very thing you cherish with your life is your confidence, one, and your emotions. It is very important. If you lose those two, then you might have lost a very critical attitude in the market, and it will affect you a whole lot of way. So this staring at the chart always affected me in that way. I started losing patience. I mean, I wanted to be in the market now. If I Sometimes I will just go on TikTok, just scroll, and before you know, I'm seeing people making a lot of money, you know, sending screenshots. I'm like, maybe they're making this thing right now, and I'm out of the chat. What am I doing? Let me just move back into the chat. So I'll go there, and before you know, I'm losing money. I'm still making money, and me coming to the chat, I'm losing money. So it became something I started getting, confused. Is forex market actually for me? So I started doubting myself. I started saying, I mean, if this thing is not going to work, maybe I should actually find something else to do. Then I actually came to myself, because as a trader, if you're not able to come to yourself and realize what you're doing wrong and look for a way to correct yourself and do it right, then the space is not actually yours. You can actually go and look for something else doing. Because as a trader, you need to have self-awareness. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do right now. So I think I have to come to myself, calm down, settle down, and reanalyze myself, reanalyze my attitude, reanalyze how I approach the market. So in that way, you'll be able to sort out some problems. Something like this stuff now, this lack of patience in the market. But it's okay, I'm losing patience in the market. Why? And then you'll find out that the culprit behind that is always being in the chart. The culprit behind it is always staring at the chart, which you're not supposed to be doing. So it affected me personally, and I know it's affecting millions of traders out there, not billions. We are up to that. We were up to billions actually. So, but I know we are very many. There are so many traders in the world. So there are so many that are newbies, and there are so many that are actually coming in. This video is me sharing my experience. It's something that affected me, and I believe is affecting a lot of people. Well, if you stay to the end of the video, I might be sharing with you some solutions some rules I put in place to actually guideline myself against this particular attitude, because it was seriously a big problem for me. So I'm going to be adding this one as an extra, which is it's something I also experienced, which is emotional trading. Emotional trading, as the name implies, of course, I started. Um, always frequently coming into the chat started making me trade emotionally instead of having reasons to enter. Or after I've entered and I take some losses, I started revenge trading. I started chasing after price. Every tick of the candle becomes a problem. My eyes is stuck on each candle that comes up. I started trading emotionally. I started seeing myself behaving the way I'm not supposed to towards the chart, which of course as a trader you shouldn't be imbibing that kind of attitude. So I started feeling very uncomfortable. This is not me. What am I doing? People are, I don't know how, as at that time, I didn't know how they were controlling their emotions and being in place and actually executing price, the market, and waiting to see that price place to the end. So actually, I traded emotionally to the extent whereby if I execute a trade, I can't allow that trade get to its potential. Maybe I have a TP somewhere. I can't allow that trade play until it TP. If I'm allowing my losses, I can allow my losses to my SL, which is my stop loss. But if I'm allowing my profit trade, I cannot allow it to run to its full potential, which is its TP. So I started having these emotions of trading. I'm scared of execution. I could have a good setup now, but scared of actually executing. Scared of actually, if I enter, I will take loss. I've been losing all the time. So what am I? I started getting scared. Now, the reason I was doing all of this was because I wasn't, I didn't, I didn't have this um, stuff where I can say, okay, this time is for this time is for this. I have time to execute, I have time to analyze, I didn't actually have a rule-based strategy to the market. So, of course, as a trader, and you are a trader that wants to grow, you need to have a rule-based strategy to the market. Very rule-based, because the market is very brutal. The market doesn't even care about you. So you shouldn't play with your capital with the market. Losing money to the market takes that money and give it to another person that is patient. You know, yeah, of course, it's a popular quote in the forex industry. The market takes from the impatient and gives it to the patient. So because of all of these my emotions that played out because of staring at the chart always, I lose money all in total. Like I was losing back to back. I was having problems with the market. I was getting scared. I mean, I feel like just giving up in the market. The thing is not working. Starting to complain until I actually came to myself and found out the solution for that. So after finding out that solution, I started seeing some differences. I mean, having, I started making some few dollars. But well, so it was something that was amazing. I mean, when you just find a solution to a problem, it's something that is very interesting in the forex market. So guys, you see, the reason why we came into the forex market first of all was to make money and actually have a better life for ourselves, for our parents, brothers and sisters. So having all of these attitudes and behavior towards the market is something that, I mean, we should sit back, re-examine ourselves, and know whether it is worth having as a trader. So if you're seeing this video today, I implore you to, if you are actually seeing all of this stuff in your life as a trader, you should sit back and I mean, introspect yourself and find a way you can actually settle this. So as I promised, I was going to be giving you guys how I was able to solve this as a trader for myself. It was just pretty much very simple. I just got myself a rule-based strategy. I mean, I was strategic in everything. I knew, okay, personally, I started trading. I mean, I left all those. I'm not saying trade, scalping is bad, but personally, I left it and I started trading more of like weekly. I'll have like, I'll analyze my trade on Saturday. Maybe I'll get all the information that I want to get, fundamental, sentimental, everything. I'll get it on Saturday. On Sunday, I'll analyze my market for a week. Now on Monday, I'll observe what Monday market looks like. Then on Tuesday, I'll execute my market. Now on Wednesday, if I see maybe if I see a kind of a re-entry, I can execute again on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, that Tuesday trade I executed, I'll be taking some partials, actually closing it out because I have this strategy. Then on Thursday, that same Thursday, I might execute again. Then Friday, I'll wait. Then I'll close that trade on Monday, which is next week. So this is the kind of stuff I practiced as a person, and I've seen a huge difference in my trading. I mean, I left that lower time frame stuff of always trading, and I cut down my screen time. Of course, with what I just said now, you can imagine the screen time I've reduced. I get into the market once in a day. I analyze the market once in a day, and I already see everything I want to see, and I know the day I want to execute. I know the day I want to take profit. I know the day I want. So I had that rule-based strategy for myself, and it helped me. So if you're a trader, I think you should adopt or get yourself a rule-based strategy that can also help you out with whatever experience or whatever stage of trading you are right now. So you could tell me in the comment section what strategy or what rule-based strategy you have set in place for yourself.